Welcome to How to Manifest Effortlessly live. I wanted to come here and I wanted to do this live because, as I've said before, I'm tapping into crazy levels of manifesting effortlessly through just being as opposed to doing. And I want to go deeper into this, and I wrote a list of things that you have to do in order to get to this point, and I'm gonna I'm gonna share it in the description of the live. So just so that you understand, what in the way that I lead my life is by being and attracting and magnetizing the opportunities and the experiences that I want to create, or whatever I want to have. If I want to create manifest a villa, or if I want to manifest more opportunities, more clients, travel, freedom, anything, I am constantly just coming back to my center and experiencing the present moment and being, as opposed to trying to do things in the physical world, in the material world, which is denser, which will take more time, more energy, more effort. It's going to be about working harder, not about just magnetizing. So my whole life, my whole experience of myself is this exploration of going deeper into the ability that we have, the limitless nature that we are, the spiritual beings that we are beyond this physical experience that we're having as a human being, and understanding its laws, understanding how it works, and bringing it into the physical reality, into the physical experience, so that I get to, and then I get to teach, so that I get to navigate this in a much easier way, so that I discover that we truly are free, that we truly are capable of creating anything that we want, or that we're capable of experiencing anything that we want to experience in this world, that there are no limitations. And so I'm constantly exploring that, and I am creating these crazy experiences within my reality where I no longer need to plan, I no longer need to structure, I no longer need to try to force or work harder than I need to, in order to bring to life in my present moment anything that I need in order to get to where I'm wanting to go. And it's the most incredible thing. So I wanted to come and share this with you because it's possible. So first of all, I want to hopefully inspire you to understand this, to believe in this, and then hopefully to go after it yourself, to explore it within your own, structure, within your own life, and eventually experience it yourself. You are constantly working with the physical dimension, with the material world. It's so much denser. So, and your beliefs are around you needing to work harder to be able to manifest more money, manifest the relationships that you want, manifest the opportunities, the freedom, and everything that you are wanting. So you're moving through this physical reality, and because it's denser, it takes longer, and it takes more of your effort in, this human experience. What you're missing out is on tapping into the more subtle reality, the energetic field that you're also part of. That's actually a much more important part of who you are. You're so much more than what your five senses are telling you about yourself. So, but the problem is that you've grown to depend so much on your five senses that you don't trust what you can't see, can't touch, can't smell, can't taste, can't hear. And this is why I always talk about believing and trusting in the unknown and what you cannot perceive. Because you do have the sixth sense, you are intuitive, you are psychic, we all are. So but because you've been taught to focus and lean on your five senses so much more, you've lost touch with all of these other abilities that you have to be able to navigate these other dimensions and realities that are so much subtle and lighter. And this is why it's important for you to jump into the unknown, to go beyond what you can perceive in order to begin to tap into it, begin to experience it, begin to understand it, begin to kind of make it a part of your reality, so that you get to learn how to navigate it properly and create through it the life that you want in a more easier way. And it's essential that you and I'm going to go through the points with you, but as I said, I'm going to write them down for you to understand how to do this properly. So first of all, to be able to manifest effortlessly, you really need to be clear on what you want to manifest. Having that clarity is essential, because if you don't know what you want to manifest, the universe can't work with you. It's between this and this, or maybe I want that or that. So you're in limbo. You're not really giving very clear directions to the quantum field about what you want. So you really need to be super clear about what you're wanting to bring into your experience. The second point is that when you have that clarity, you set the intention. By setting the intention it's kind of like an energetic exercise where you set the intention, and you just, when you're doing it, you're connecting your desire to the quantum field. It's like it's as if there was like a string that attaches to that reality, that possibility, in all the possibilities that exist in the quantum field, in this like energetic field. And by setting it, you're kind of already setting your course. You're moving towards that direction. And then you let it go. This is where a lot of people get stuck, where you are setting the intention and then you're attaching yourself to it. And you're wanting to know, when is it going to come? When is it going to come? How is it going to come? And the more that you attach yourself to the when and the how, the more you attach yourself to scarcity mentality, because you're going to be focusing on, why is it not coming? Why is it not coming? Why is it not here? Or how am I going to get there? I don't know how, and because you're basing the how on what your mind can tell you, and your mind is basing itself on what you've been able to do in your past, then you have a very limited comprehension of your possibilities as to how to get there. And because you're so focused on that, you're occupying space within yourself when you're occupying that space, you're not allowing for the universe and the quantum field and your soul to work in that space, if there was space there, to bring that thing in a completely new way that you wouldn't even have imagined, because your mind cannot take you there because you haven't experienced it before. But because you're so attached to the only way that you could know as to how it can come, then you're not allowing for magic to come into your space, into your energetic field. And so this is why it's so important for you to release it. When you have the intention, when you have the clarity, you set the intention, you let it go, and you trust in the universe for it to do its divine thing, magic, for it to come whenever and however it's meant to come. So instead of focusing on, it's going to be super hard for me to get there, or to achieve that, or to have that, and how am I going to get there, and I'm looking at the peak of the Everest, and it just feels like it's impossible, you go on with your day and you focus on your inner work. That is the next point. So you release and you go back into your present moment and you start doing the inner work. And your inner work is the most important part of it all. And your inner work is healing. It's releasing blocks that are preventing you from experiencing this new reality, or this new, or having more money, or, this relationship that you're wanting. You are focusing on releasing conditioning, past life karma. You're focusing on really changing your belief system so that it supports and it aligns with the new and future version of yourself and with whatever you're wanting to manifest. So you're focusing on kind of creating this really powerful foundation for this manifestation to come in, so that it has the space to come in, and it also has the foundation for it to be good, like properly settled in. That's the masculine right there. It really needs like a structure in order to trust that it can come into your space. So you are doing the inner work, and you're focusing on your inner work, and at the same time you're developing self-love. You're developing unconditional acceptance. When you develop unconditional acceptance, you're allowing for the present moment to unfold in a very natural way, without clinginess, without aversion or rejection towards it. But you're just allowing for things to unfold, and which means that you're trusting. And when you trust, you're also communicating to the universe that you are open. When you're trusting, you're opening your heart, and when you open your heart, you're allowing for things to come in, because you're in receiving mode. You can receive anything that is there for you, waiting. Because at the end of the day, anything that you're wanting to manifest is really actually very close by. It's there for you. It's there for you to take it. It's not that it's hard for you to get it. It's just that you're too close off to receiving it. You're not allowing yourself to receive the abundance that's already around you. So this is why the inner work is so important. It creates space. It creates the foundation for the things that you're wanting to manifest and create in your life to come in and settle. Yeah. And so the inner work is super, super important. Now, the other part of this is that when you know what you want, you begin to act, you begin to do, you begin to feel, you begin to talk, you begin to be that thing already before it happens. And it's that phrase that says, fake it till you make it kind of thing. It's that thing where instead of thinking, I have to see it to believe it, you have to believe it first, and then you will see it. And this is also related to jumping into the void, jumping into the unknown, not needing to know, not needing to be reassured that it's coming, but already deciding that it's going to come. Because as I always say to all of my clients and in all of my programs, you lead and the universe follows. So you really need to dictate. The universe loves you so unconditionally that it's going to follow your lead in whatever way you want to experience your life, because there is no right or wrong. So anything that you want to experience is perfect. If you want to experience scarcity and like having not a lot of money, then the universe loves you so much and doesn't judge and says, okay, perfect. If you want to experience that, then go for it. If you want to experience abundance or having relationships or having an amazing, super successful business or anything that you want to experience, then the universe will support you. But you have to lead. You have to say what. And so you really need to begin to embody it before it happens. You need to connect to the energy, the frequency of it, and already be in it, immersed in it, so that it comes into fruition. That is a very essential point. The other important part of this is connecting and strengthening your intuition, connecting to your intuition. Because, and apart from that, so it's connecting to your intuition, focusing on opening your heart, connecting to your body and understanding its guidance, because they're all there to guide you. They're all there to help you. They're all there to to make you understand the little nudges that you're getting from the universe, connecting to synchronicity, connecting to the different whispers that you get from nature, from subtle energies that are really telling you and confirming to you that this is going to happen, or this is happening, or this is being created, which helps you to trust in the unknown even more and to surrender even more without having to force anything or work hard to do anything. So you're flowing and you're moving with your present moment. The next point is this one. The more that you are in all of this space, it's going to be easier for you not to force yourself outside of your present moment due to fear that it's not happening. And so when you're in fear that it's not happening, or that it's not going to happen, or that you're thinking, I need to create a structure, or I need to manipulate, or I need to stress about this, or feel anxiety about that because it's probably not going to happen, it's you're coming out of your present moment, right? So if you trust and you stay in your present moment, allowing for you to flow with its guidance, you will allow for whatever you're wanting to manifest to come into your sphere, into your space, in an easy way. And what I've been experiencing myself is that I set the intention, I let it go, I create a list of different things that I want to do at some point that I think, for example, if I'm talking about my business, that I think are going to support in my business or that I want to experience, and then I let it go. I don't say to myself, oh, on Monday I'm going to plan ahead and I'm going to do all these things. No. What happens is, because I am so surrendered to my present moment, in my present moment, I hear this guidance, I feel my body, I feel the intuition, I hear the whispers, and I am guided by them into taking inspired action. So I feel deep activations within myself, and I follow my pleasure, I follow my inspiration based on that. And everything flows and unfolds naturally. So the action that I'm taking on the physical world is actually easy, and it's enjoyable, and I am filled with bliss. And no matter what I had set the intention of creating, it comes, and it comes when it's time, and it comes without me needing to force it in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. So that's where the inspired action comes. You do have to move in the physical dimension, but it's in a different way. It's inspired. It flows. It doesn't need to be forced. It doesn't need to be manipulated, and you get to trust it, and it gets to be easy. And the other and last point to all of this is speaking and honoring your truth unapologetically. And this is a very important point. Going back to the first point where I was telling you that it's important that you are clear on what you want and who you are. Being clear on who you are will support you being clear on what you want, because sometimes we just don't know. We think that we want something, but it's programming that that comes from society or our parents, or pressure that we've been under for our whole lives, and we think that we're that person, but we're really not. But we focus so much on wanting to manifest something that's so out of line with us that we are stuck in working hard our whole lives. So really going back to who you are is super important. And when you understand who you are, and when you understand your truth in your present moment, it's essential that you honor it, that you respect it unapologetically. Because when you're respecting and honoring your truth in your present moment, you're loving yourself unapologetically. And love is the highest level of and form of receiving, because your heart is completely open. It's like this. And for sure things will come out, because when your heart is open, you're diving deeper into layers of the who that you don't even know yet. And there's a lot of shadow work that comes from that. There's a lot of wounds that get to be healed, a lot of layers to be discovered and broken into. And that is part of the inner work. So the inner work never stops. But you're also opening your heart to receive the abundance that's around you in a very easy way. So I was wanting to do this in a very concise way. I can see many of you popping in and being there. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them now. Before I stop, I don't want to make this a massive video, a very long video, because, you know, let's keep it concise. It's important. I think that my point has come across. Essentially, you get to manifest whatever you want to manifest in a very effortless way, as long as you allow yourself to go deep within yourself, have clarity around who you are, have clarity around what you want, and do the inner work and heal and release all the layers and all these blocks that are preventing you from experiencing the reality that you were born worthy of experiencing. So working on your worthiness, on your self-worth is super important, because if you don't feel worthy of whatever you're wanting to manifest, then it's going to be really hard for it to come. And if it comes, it will come through sacrifice, because you feel like you need to go through pain in order to deserve it. And that's not true. You're worthy and you deserve anything that this world has to offer, no matter who you are, what you've done, what your life is. You're worthy of it all. So the work is actually finding that truth within yourself and embodying it. Anyway, I hope that this helped. I thank you so much for being here. And if you didn't get a chance to ask me something, you can always just message me directly or write a comment on the post that I'm gonna share now. I hope you're all having an amazing day. I'm sending you all so much love. Speak to you soon.